Hey, Sid. Just one quick one for you. The last of this home stretch, the last game of these five. You've gone 2-2 so far. We know August is about to be brutal. Um, is tonight an opportunity, or do you emphasize? I know you don't emphasize any game more than another, but is there something behind this one to kind of be able to wrap up this homestand well and kind of feel good going into August when you know it's going to be a challenge?
No, I mean we're just trying to stack, trying to stack good days, good games. Nothing more than a feisty team that got us the last time we played them, and a lot has changed with their team and our team in between. So yeah, no, just can we play well and see what happens at the end of the game, and then roll into a busy August.
Hey Sydney, I'm back on the topic of players developing counter moves right as you get scouted more. Do you feel like you saw that from Sonia and Kiki the other night against Chicago, or was it more in that one that they really kind of had the run of things and could get to their first choice?
Could you repeat the first part? Like,
do you feel like they kind of made that adjustment and were able to get to their second option, third option, fourth option?
Yeah, I do. I see growth with them, just in terms of maybe more individually. Yeah, Sonia's just been playing it so hard, so physically. She's handling it so much better. She's finding her patience and timing there. Kiki's faced some double teams. She's found ways to impact the game. I think she's being very more intentional in terms of offensive rebounding. If she's facing double teams, say, so they're just kind of working their way through cracking the code, and I think that's impressive as rookies.
And then looking at the numbers since the break, obviously small sample size, but it looks like offensively you guys are getting off to much better starts than before the break. Does that line up with what you're feeling? And if so, what do you think is behind the adjustment there?
The adjustment there, Emre, is our offensive coordinator, has done a wonderful job of just head down, pouring into the film, giving our players some of the answers to the test, if you will, and our players being really coachable in terms of knowing that there's different schemes coming our way, and it's going to be harder, say second, third time through against different teams. So between Emre and the coachability and our players just seizing on being good and trying to get better, we have been a little bit more focused on the offensive side of the ball since the break, and we're seeing some of the fruits, but it's a long journey till September, whatever.
Sid, bear with me on this one, but so when you guys have jump ball situations in the middle of a game and Slim and Steph are both out there on the court, there just seems to be a knack with them that Slim's always able to pivot towards Steph's direction.
Yeah.
Have you seen like combinations like that just work so effectively and what they're able to do?
Yeah. I mean, in a jump ball situation, or just in situations in general, in terms of like a pairing.
Specifically that jump ball where Slim gets it to Steph and Steph gets the easy bucket.
Yeah, not so much. But I think I hope Steph doesn't get angry with me. I think that has a lot more to do with Slim. I mean, she's just like. I think Lucy skipped the ball to her at some point in the game in the second half, and I thought it was headed right over my head. And somehow Slim got up there and picked it out of the air, and that just her athletic ability at her age, having dealt with injuries and how much she takes care of her body, it's all of that is pretty special. So Steph's carving out space. Don't want to take anything away from her, but I do think that a lot of that weighs towards Slim.
You said a lot's been different, or a lot's changed since the last time you played the Valkyries so early in the season. I'm just curious, from like watching film and everything, what stands out to you as the most different? How have they evolved and changed?
Yeah, I mean, KT's absence is pretty significant in terms of having that, 14, 16-point scorer. Like, you just kind of know you're getting that from her. And then obviously with Hayes as well, and then everybody else kind of rallying around that. So I do think that that's key, but what they've done great is just kind of next woman up, and so it'll be somebody different. I think their defense is outstanding. I think they're switching up some looks at times. Sometimes it's really, really compact. Sometimes it's extended. There's certainly a good amount of drop coverage in there with their ball screens. But I would say, defensively, just being able to kind of pull different levers. That Natalie's done a really, and the staff has done a really good job with that. And I think that's a little bit different maybe than what we saw early in the year, where it was pretty much constant pressure.
Yeah.
And they turned us over and they were effective. And they did that with other teams, but now there's maybe a little bit more mix and match, at least from what I've seen.
When they played you guys too, it was their worst 3-point shooting night that they've had all season, it turns out. And in their last 10 games especially, it's gotten dramatically better. When you're playing a team that is such like a quantity 3-point shooting team, how do you kind of prepare for that? Is that a matter of just like, you hope the law of averages works out, or like what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of that, and that's been an area of focus on our defense most nights. So it's more of just being aware. With Golden State, you got to be ultra aware because they lead the league in attempts. So, and yeah, there'll be some playing the numbers. There'll be some, hey, let's not take a chance here. Just got to do our best in the moment and not have people breaking out. And we all know when they have broken out against us, it's been hard for us to win.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. It's good to